we go. Hello, Moonbuns! How are we doing? I have Doof. Doof is
Hello.
here.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
Fraz is here, yes. Frazzy got here just in time. Perfect.
Hello, Frazzy.
Good.
It's good to see you all.
Yes. I like how we couldn't shut up, and now I'm just like, what do we say?
Yeah. What were we talking about before?
I
thought I mentioned grenade hammer, and now I don't know.
You did, and I mean, I remember you were making fun of me for not knowing what a pangolin was.
Oh yeah. Somebody asked my favorite animal, and I jokingly said pangolin, and they were like the monkey. They're like, I don't like monkeys. I'm like, it's not a penguin's not a monkey.
It's not a monkey. It's actually really cute. It's kind of like an armored armadillo.
Yeah. Unironically though, I'd probably have to say penguin. I really like penguins. Have you seen their mouths?
I have not, but I do know how they say hello to each other.
Penguin mouths are disgusting.
Oh my god.
I guess they're less disgusting. They're more terrifying. They look like Eldritch Horrors made them.
Okay, that makes me love them even more, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, have you ever seen a penguin greet someone?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they waddle over and they go.
like a little toddler in a daycare.
Yes. They just breathe on you.
I'm headcanon that is like what the toddlers do at the Pizzaplex daycare.
Yes. They see
Yeah,
Cloud and they're just
penguin.
like, oh, Clown!
He's like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
Like, actually taken aback.
I told you I wasn't prepared.
I know you're not. You'll never be.
I will not be.
Oh, God.
God.
This is already off. There we go.
It's fine. It's great. It's fine.
Yeah.
So next, just put in emojis for you, and it's literally a drink and a penguin.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Penguin mouths give me flashbacks to nightmares and past lives. What do you mean past lives you never remember having? That's oddly cryptic. Were you a penguin at one point? Did you get like mauled by a penguin?
No, they were the penguin and they mauled somebody.
Oh, okay. I see. I don't think penguins are carnivores, but you know what?
Well, KH was. KH just waddled up to someone and went,
Fuck. Am I jolly right now? Yes, I'm fairly jolly right now.
I'm still working on it. I got my drink with my Verosica dick straw, and I'm working on it.
Oh my god. So I have to bring this up.
Yeah.
Before stream, somebody mentioned an avocado. I was watching a Nikocado avocado compilation earlier.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, I just heard Jeepers Creepers, and I thought, like, wouldn't it be funny if Cloud just, like, took on the mannerisms of Nikocado avocado?
Oh my god. I don't actually know who that is, but for some reason that makes me laugh. No, I don't.
He's a mukbang YouTuber.
Oh no! No,
and
not
he causes drama with a bunch of people.
Oh no!
Yeah, and he's like, Jeepeth Creepeth, I'm calling corporate. I am calling Nancy. He's so good.
Oh god.
He's a hyperfixation of mine.
See, I can't do mukbangs. The audio sensitivity. I just like. I can't do it.
Oh yeah, no. His mukbang is less about the food and more about like just kind of, I don't know, being a drama queen.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is the avocado, I don't think people recognize for some reason the difference between you and Reed at the moment, because Reed did lines for me about shit that looks like an avocado thanks to a story that actually happened at the theme park that I work at.
Oh, really?
Yes, so that was the first time I ever got up the courage to talk to Reed, and it was to ask him to do 2 lines that looks like shit, and looks like an avocado, or no, sorry, is that shit, and it looks like an avocado. Because someone took a straight up red-faced shit in the theater at the theme park that I work at. And one of the managers literally said that it looked like an avocado. And, yeah. So I paid him to do it in a Fizz voice.
Oh my god. Dude, listen, as a voice actor, people have pretty low standards for what we'll do for money. we're kind of whores in that regard. Yeah. I mean, like, every voice actor has their thing where it's like, you know, I'll do, like, I won't do this or that. You know, your own set of rules, just like an artist would.
Yeah.
But some of us have lower standards than others.
You know, he literally told me, oh yeah, I'll do anything you pay me for. And I'm like, Reed, don't! Don't tell people that!
Oh. I love to bully Reed.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was bullying Reed last night, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's a new pastime.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think Frazzy wanted to hear some
chicken sandwich. Yeah, Popeyes. Yeah.
Popeyes chicken sandwich. Popeyes chicken sandwich. And then I love cheese. Dun-dun. I love cheese. Dun-dun. Nikocado is literally how I like, imagine Cloud and Nimbus like switch back and forth because like he has such bad mood swings.
I'm actively trying not to laugh over what you're doing because I want everyone to hear it, but I'm fucking dying.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh god. How long have we been going for?
It's 7 whole minutes.
Swag. This is going great.
I love how somebody's asking for Cloudburst, and I'm like, wait, no, we don't have the Cloudburst voice down yet.
Not yet. No,
not yet.
Unfortunately, I'm working on it, but I've been very busy doing other things.
No. Sorry. I didn't stop sucking before I pulled my mouth away from the straw. I splashed myself.
Oh god.
The dick splashed me.
Didn't you say it's like a dick straw?
It is.
Yeah, it's a dick straw.
Yeah.
I looked at the bitch straw on Amazon. Why are straws that like? Why are they that expensive?
The one on Etsy that I sent you is that expensive because I think they're like hand making those ones. I got a pack of dick straws from Spencer's, so if you want one, I have like 4 extras that I can send you.
Who the fuck is hand making straws?
Mm.
Like, is there like I don't know. I don't. Who has that much time on their hands?
People on Etsy.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I haven't ordered anything from Etsy, but I have like a bunch of cosplay that I want to do. That I'm like looking at stuff and bookmarking it, and then I'll bookmark it and wait for a while, and then there's no more.
Yeah.
Like it just leaves the shop.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time, which is why I panic buy things because I'm like, I love this, and it's gonna be gone in like 2 days.
Ugh. God, I feel that. I collect a lot of things, so that's a bit of that's kind of my weak point.
I mean, I'm looking at my room right now and I can't really judge you.
Yeah.
Oh,
you and I both collect autographs, right? Did
yes.
You say, like, we're the only 2 people who you know that collect autographs?
Yeah, you're the only one on my how similar are you to me that like filled it out and said collects autographs.
Yeah. Do you prefer to get yours like in person, or like do you have no problem with it just like buying them secondhand, like already autographed?
No, I like getting them with my name on them. So yeah, so all of my autographs except for like 2 from Alex Brightman, they all say Calen on them, except for 2 that say Clover, because Clover's actually the other name that I go by, and that was before that was before Calen was a thing. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one from Brandon Rogers whenever he did the Blitz signing stuff. Because like I don't know, since I started doing Has Been Hotel like Fandom stuff, I'm like I grew an affinity for Hell of a Boss, and so I'm like I'm gonna get one from Brandon that says you're my favorite horse girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, almost all of my Fizz ones are all like Beetlejuice quotes somehow. Like I'm shocked he wrote it, but Alex literally wrote, "Marry me. It's a green card thing."
Oh, that's great.
Because I was like, is this
Actually-
gonna be weird? Is he gonna think I'm a creepy fangirl? But he wrote it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mhm.
I've still yet to see Beetlejuice, unfortunately.
I'm gonna be seeing it live on
I'm so
May
jealous.
4th. I'm so excited. But yeah.
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 Have you ever been to Broadway?
I
Like,
have
have you
not.
ever gone to,
It's gonna be my first Broadway show.
Really?
Yes.
If you have the opportunity to go and see some other shows while you're there, just like pick up day tickets, because typically that's whenever it's the cheapest.
Yeah.
Like I went whenever I was like 15 to go see Book of Mormon. That was like
Oh
what
my
my trip
God.
was booked to see. And then I got day tickets for Avenue Q and Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh, I love Avenue Q.
Avenue Q was so good.
See, I'm sad because 6 is not going to be playing anymore when we go. I would love
really?
to see 6 live.
Yeah. Yeah. Broadway was really special in forming me as an actor.
Mhm.
I'm not a huge play or musical person, but like that was the moment where I was like, I can do this for a living.
And you do. And you do it very
Yeah.
well.
No, it's a living.
See, I'm
First-
one of those weird people who likes cats. Not the shitty new movie, but
See, I haven't seen it.
don't bother watching the movie. Just don't. Save
Yeah.
yourself. I grew up with the really old, like my grandma had it recorded on a tape. Like the PBS version of the musical. I think it was like the original, and they had like filmed it, like, and yeah. So I, as a kid, I was just like, oh, cats. I would run around the house,
Ooh.
and my grandma thought I was crazy. But then she bought me the book.
Oh, I know the book. The giant fucking coffee table one.
No. There's a book that it's based off of. It's like Old Possum's Book of Practical
Oh.
Cats. It's like a poem book. Which is why the musical makes no goddamn sense.
I had my stepmom had like the coffee table book because she grew up in Chicago, so they would get like touring productions all the time. And I remember flipping through that as like a 4-year-old and being super terrified of the anthropomorphic cat people.
Oh my god. See, I love the makeup from the musical, but what they did with the movie was so terrible. Oh my god.
Isn't it like Taylor Swift and James Corden?
Yeah, they're in it too. I think Taylor Swift is Bomba La Rila.
Swag.
Yeah, she gets everyone high on catnip. She, like, literally drugs everybody. It's freaking weird. I don't know. Which is funny, because in the canon, that character has slept with the villain, but she's, like, not with him anymore, and she, like, there's a whole, like, sexy cat song where they're describing McCavity, and they're just, like, they're, like, gyrating their hips and shit, and as a kid, I was like, ooh, pretty ladies.
Yeah.
And that's all I cared about. Oh, God.
I feel like Cats had to have been like an awakening for somebody as like, yeah, I'm a
Me?
furry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me. Who did Cats cartoon characters? I was just like, which is funny because I wouldn't admit that I was a furry until I met my roommate Corv, who took me to a Furry Con.
Yeah.
So it was a very long time. I would literally I would go to anime cons with like cat ears and a tail on and insist that I wasn't a furry.
I have a story about my first interaction with the furry convention.
Do it. Let's hear it.
So I went back in sophomore year of high school, I think. They had this program in West Virginia called the Governor's School for the Arts, in which like you audition or send your portfolio into these instructors, and then you have a possibility of being selected among like 12 to 16 students across the state to go in for about 2 months of summer and go and perfect your craft.
Oh, cool.
And so I submitted my audition.
I'm sorry, I just saw the penguin mouth picture. Sorry, continue.
No, okay, but I went. I got chosen for acting, and so I went off to this college for like I said, a good 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And we one day they're like, we're gonna go to the Andy Warhol Museum over in Pittsburgh. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. We're gonna do that. So we get on this charter bus and we're driving to Pittsburgh. And I look out the window as we enter the city limits, and I see 2 furries walking down the street, and I'm like, that's, I mean, like, it's a big city. People do that kind of stuff. Maybe they're just like having a walk or something. And we get further into the city, and I see more. And I'm like, okay, this is getting a bit strange. and then there were more and more. And we get to the hotel where I guess they're catering, where they were doing catering for us. And it was swamped with furries. It was the weekend of Anthrocon.
Oh my god. I want to go to Anthrocon so bad because I love the guy who runs it. Uncle Kage is a saint. He's hilarious. He comes occasionally to the Furry Con that I go to every year. It's just a little con in comparison, but he comes and he tells stories of the shit that happens at Anthrocon, and he also, like, he did a panel. It was fantastic. It was called The Anatomy of a Furry, in which he was, like, basically, like, making fun of specific ways that people would draw them, and I loved his talking about the tail, because he was talking about, oh, you know, sometimes you have the tail in the proper position, sometimes you have the spinal cord tail, which is up way too high, and sometimes you have the rectal tail, which is when people draw the tails looking like they're coming out of the butthole.
Oh. Fun.
And I just, yes, Alexander's like, oh, it's the roach scientist. That's right. Uncle Kage's persona is a roach.
Okay. Cool.
That shows you how he feels about himself. And I love that during this entire panel, so he got up on the table to demonstrate something, and then he was just like, I'm just not going to get down. So he did the entire rest of the panel standing on top of the table.
Really?
Yes.
And why did he not get down? Like, any just particular reason, or he just didn't feel like it? Cool. Yeah, I feel that.
That's Uncle
Take ownership of the situation.
Yeah, he used to straight up do panels while drinking out of a full bottle of Riesling.
What a Chad.
Oh god, Sebastian says, who's your favorite, Cloud Nimbus or Cloudburst? You can't make me choose.
I don't have a favorite.
Yeah.
I think Cloud is a really fun voice to do. I kind of have fun and do whatever the fuck I want to do in here, in my little, no, not little room, in my big room. It's I don't want to apologize for any voices that I send in, because it's very spacious, and it's all brick in here. It's like brick and concrete, and the walls are 12 feet high. So I really have to, like, make sure I don't reverb everything. You're
good. Honestly, your voices have all been golden. Meanwhile, I know that my stuff sounds like shit because I basically live in a little wooden box, and there's no sound protection whatsoever, which is why also, for example, I can't use the Yeti microphone that I got because it picks up everything. I plugged it in. I could hear the plane flying outside. I heard the crows from down the street. I was like, what the hell is up with this microphone?
And I'm not gonna dox myself, but where I live, there's a lot of crime that happens here. Like, I came back from a party one day and saw someone get shot.
Oh my
god! So I typically just try to record during the daytime whenever nothing's happening.
I feel
what am I drinking in the? What are we drinking in the drawing?
I drew you drinking a martini because you said you liked martinis and margaritas. And yes. I drew myself drinking whatever the fuck concoction. What did I make? This is whipped cream flavored vodka, Malibu rum, and Welch's pineapple apple orange juice. That's what I am drinking.
It's 12 feet. It's brick and concrete and the walls are 12 feet high. Captain Doofkin coming at you live from prison. No! Yeah, I get that comment so many times from people. Every single time that I go on camera, they are always like, are you in prison?
Yes.
No, yeah, it dead ass looks like a prison cell. Like, I even have like the weird cot to sleep on. Like, it's very small. It's like a twin. It's not supported very well. It's hard as shit. It's great.
God. That actually reminds me of, so for a short amount of time, I went into something called Job Corps, which is essentially like, it's technically like free schooling if you're poor enough, but they don't take care of the programs well, so I went in because I was like, maybe I can be a dental assistant, which honestly, it's probably a good thing that I didn't, because people's mouths are fucking disgusting, but, they lost accreditation for that program right before I was about to go into it, so I had to find something else. And the rooms that they had us in this old hotel, essentially, from, like, I think it was built in the 1920s, so there was no AC, there was no heater. The pool floor was actually off limits because somebody drowned in it. I lived on the 13th floor.
Gross.
And it felt like a little prison because also the doors had, they put windows in the doors.
Oh.
So like you'd walk by and you'd just see into everybody's room.
You live in an institution.
Yeah, apparently. Furry prison.
What other voices have you done? I haven't done really anything else professionally. I am voicing one OC soon. It's on the list, I believe.
Oh yes, yes, Eerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I've done some work that I can't disclose right now for some editing stuff because I don't know whenever it's coming out.
You did do something that came out though.
Well, yeah, I've done a lot of like Hell of a Boss fan projects.
Yes.
I did one with Paranoid DJ recently as Blitz.
Yes.
I used to be a part of it.
Sorry, go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying, well, that's how Reed and I met, was through Hasbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss fan dubs. We were part of a channel called Honey Bun Dubs, in which we would do Hasbin fan stuff, and we didn't do that much of it. But we certainly had a good time doing that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna outright say, with no disrespect to anybody else, you were literally the best Blitz impersonator I've heard.
Well, I appreciate that. I get very self-conscious with it. And also, it's kind of... Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I enjoyed my time doing it, and like I would do it again if like paid to do so. Yeah. But it's not something I want to pigeonhole myself into, if that makes sense.
Oh, it does. It does.
Like some people are comfortable like finding their niche and doing like a bunch of fan content, and I've done it, and I was like, oh well, I don't. Maybe it's just my theater background, but it's like I feel uncomfortable whenever people are like, "Oh, I know you. You're the knockoff Brandon Rogers," and
no.
I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's so I've been doing my best to branch out and do other stuff. But acting's hard. I'll tell you that right now, because like you have to learn how to take rejection.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll audition. I haven't auditioned for a lot of stuff recently. I've been a bad actor. It's just my space. That's my excuse. Is my space has been really bad to record in. But yeah, you'll put in like 20 auditions a week, and you'll be lucky if you hear back from one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like you have to have a lot of patience, which is why I don't recommend people do it as like a hobby, because you got to be serious about what you're doing.
Yeah. That just reminds me, actually, of when I was talking to you and we were workshopping things, and you were like, you totally don't have to say yes, it's okay. And I was like, bitch, come back here. What are you talking about?
I don't think I remember this conversation. Maybe it's just me being a little bit out of it right now, but I don't think I remember that
okay, I
conversation.
didn't outright say, bitch, come back here, but you were being very polite, and you were like, I would understand if this isn't, like, the right voice that you're looking for. And I was like, no, come back.
Oh, yeah, no, I like to do that with clients, especially if it's, like, if I'm being contacted. If I have an audition. If I've auditioned, it's different because, like, I know my expectations.
Yeah.
But if I'm sending in something, I'm like, you can totally go off to somebody else. I'm not gonna charge you for this. This is all, like, X, Y, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the bitch come back here was my internal voice. It's kind of just like when you told me your prices, and internally I was like, fuck you, take more money. Here, take it.
Yeah, I'm always afraid of, like, upcharging people, you know what I mean? I'm afraid of scaring clients off.
You will not, because honestly, you undercharge. You and Reed both undercharge.
Most actors will pay by the line. So I've never been approached with somebody asking for me to record music for them, so I had to kind of come up with a price on the spot. Typically for lines, I'm sorry if this sounds like a plug, but I mean, like, typically for lines, I'll charge like $3 per line, and like, I believe it's 25 cents per word, if they want to go on like a word charge.
Yeah.
It really just depends. But then you get that one asshole who likes to condense his entire script into like one giant line.
Oh.
And they're like, I'm gonna pay you $3 for this. And
no.
then I don't know if you guys, or if anybody here has ever taken up voice acting. There's a little site called Casting Call Club, which is actually where I got my start. And it's you'll get messages in there from people. What was the one opportunity I had? Let me see if I can find this. Because this will tell you how the landscape is. They're like, I'm looking for voice actors and script writers for their Roblox YouTube channel. And they're like, I have over 200K. I'm like, okay, it's like, sounding good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like Roblox, but like, you know, if it's a paid opportunity, I'll do it. And they're
Yeah.
like, I pay $5 to $10 for 500 words.
No.
I'm like, and 20 to 40 for 2,000 words for script writing, and I'm like, hold up, man, what are you talking about? I'm like, if you've got 200K and like 200K subs and you're paying your staff that little, there's something going wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The subs also don't even necessarily matter when it comes to making money. I probably shouldn't admit this, but I'm gonna admit like how much I've actually made on YouTube so far. So when my channel exploded because I started making all of the has-been videos, I went from 1,000 subs to about 20K in a matter of like a week. And that month, from November 1st through the end of November, I actually somehow managed to make $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one was like 1,300, and then it went down to suddenly like, oh god, what am I getting paid on the 26th? 130.
Yeah.
So like it literally, it can fluctuate so much between like I'm not even gonna make 100 next month because of the fact that like views are down, and like I've actually been progressively like losing people because I stopped doing quite as much Hell of a Has-Been because there's not enough for me to go by. And like I've mentioned this before, but like I'm not gonna be one of those people who comes up with like absolute bullshit theories that make no sense whatsoever just for clickbait. I won't do it because the fandom already takes things like that and rolls with it and like thinks that it's canon, and it causes fights, and I'm like, I don't want to contribute to that. I will say a theory if I think it could legitimately be plausible. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. I can finally feel the booze kicking in. And you know, I'll actually like think things through and post theories, and then if I don't think it's logical, I won't post it.
Yeah. No, I think that's one of the biggest like issues is like, well, and being an adult show, it's this fandom is filled with children. Like I mean, and like, you know, the same thing with like South Park or like Danganronpa or whatever. Kids are like attracted to like edgy adult animated content.
Oh, I sure was.
And so, yeah, I mean, like we all were, but I mean, like but with the age of the internet, it's the idea of like these people being so heavy into this and being toxic about it.
Yeah.
Especially with like theories and stuff is rather it gets worrying sometimes, which is I'm not saying I'm distanced myself from it, but which is why I've stopped doing unpaid opportunities.
Which is good because you deserve to get paid.
Well, yeah, but it's like, it's just, you know, it's the whole adage of like time is money, but also like I feel like I don't want to have to interact with this fandom and not be like, you know what I mean?
Compensated for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that maybe that sounds harsh. Like I hold a lot of love for the show itself.
No, I understand.
I've dealt with some really nasty creators, because of my affiliation in the community.
Yeah.
People wanting to take advantage of that, or just like being nasty about like what you do in here. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just kind of distance myself. Sorry, this got really
it's okay.
This got really real.
It's okay. We didn't know what we were going to talk about, so I mean, we're content, I don't know. Something like that. I agree though. I've pulled back from a lot of the fandom. Actually some weird shit has happened in the past. I don't remember if I told you about this or who I told. So Erie, who's the other character that I was going to be talking to you about voice acting, I've basically built her so that I can also insert her into multiple different pieces of media. Like, she's got her own story, but it's fun to throw your characters in places and kind of like see how they'd react, and like, you know, it's like a writing exercise. And so I had her for a very short amount of time in the Balan Wonderworld fandom, which is a terrible fandom. Don't do it. Toxic positivity is just leaking out of your anus in there. And so somebody who was well known for unfortunately doing this, who I thought was my friend, what they would do is they would steal characters' backstories, not their looks, because they would slap a new look on it, and that was how they were getting away with it. And they stole a whole bunch of stuff I had written for her, and almost like word for word typed it up in another character's bio when they thought that I was on vacation and couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And I was so mad. I actually, like, I made them take it down, and I ended the friendship, and actually, unfortunately, it got in the way of their friendship with someone else, and it made that person shut down their own Discord server. And I was like,
Fuck,
ooh.
man.
I mean, I didn't mean for it to get that heavy, but, like, you can't do that to people. Like,
all because you couldn't write your own shit.
right? So yeah, I pulled Eerie away from a lot of things for a really long time, and, see, I love how every single time I mention her, G-Knight's just like, Eerie! G-Knight loves Eerie. G-Knight loves Eerie and Suniva, who's the character that you actually awoogaed over in the last stream.
Yeah.
I lost my shit when I saw you type that.
Bark, bark, wolf, smacks head with cartoon mallet.
Yeah. But yeah, so, I've been very, very careful with the Helluva fandom, because I basically went from Balan right back into Helluva, and then I was just like, I don't trust anybody.
You know, I feel you. You remember that Twitter thread that I sent you? I'm not gonna like name drop
Oh,
anything,
yeah.
but you remember me sending that Twitter thread.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to a friend about that last night, and like how like they just straight up stole animation.
Yeah.
And like their budget went for like 2% for voice actors and 20% for merch, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, what are you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're paying your you're like the budget for like because they were asking for like $25,000, and so 2% of that would be 500. And that is the price of a single commission piece from a background artist.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, that's insane, man. You've got like 12 people on your team, like 12 voice actors on your team. What are you thinking? $500 for a pilot? You're gonna get nowhere.
Nowhere at all. Absolutely not.
No.
Especially with the sheer amount of detail they were expecting for the backgrounds.
Yeah. Somebody said. Somebody asked me what I've been spending my money on recently. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I picked up I'm kind of like a raven or a magpie in certain
like
situations. I started picking up shiny things. I'll go from like one collection to another collection. Right now, it's anime figurines.
I mean, I can't judge you. My entire room is just full of clowns.
Yeah, but it's very specific ones. Like if I haven't seen the show, I probably won't get it because I don't watch a lot of anime.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 anime figures. A little Rey plushie, like Rey from Evangelion. I've got a little Rey Chiquita plushie. And then I've got yeah, that's about it.
I don't have any Rey, but I do have a Kaoru figure that I got in Japan out of a bin for $12.
No.
Yeah.
You got me acting up, man.
I almost got a second one actually. He was in an $11 bin, and I was like, "How the fuck?" It was an Akihabara, which is weird because Akihabara usually like upcharges.
Yeah.
Oof.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. I also have a Renmaru from the time I was reincarnated as a slime, which I have not read, I have not seen, but my Brando is anime boys with like that cyan blue hair.
Okay.
So like Fisheye from Sailor Moon. Yes.
Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of anime. And honestly, that's come down for an acting choice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole series of videos. I'm sorry, I keep going back to voice work.
No, you're good.
But there's this video where this guy talks about like how to become an online voice actor. It's like a series of 6 videos. And he makes a very good point. People who typically don't have like theater backgrounds will gravitate when they're first starting voice acting to anime to learn how to act, and that's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Because people who voice act it in like English dubs, unfortunately, don't talk like normal people talk.
Yeah, because they have to match the lip flaps, so it comes out as like, kind of choppy a lot of the time.
Sea-Dog had mentioned that like mastering the mundane is probably one of the most like important things you can do when you're a voice actor.
Yeah.
Because like just like learning how to converse. So I think that's probably smart to stay away from that kind of stuff if you're wanting to learn how to do this kind of stuff. Like watch movies, go see plays, take workshops. Don't spend all your time watching anime.
Yeah, no.
Because it's gonna inform you not to talk like a real person.
Yeah.
Like I'll look at so many voice actors demo reels, like beginning voice act. I'm not disparaging anybody. I just mean like I hear like they'll be like, my name is David, and I really want to like you know what I mean? It's like dude, nobody in real life talks like that.
I'd be scared if they did.
Oh God, have you seen the series of TikToks where it's like that guy and that girl who think they're in an anime?
No.
Oh, I'll have to send it to you sometime.
You will.
I won't go
Oh
into it
god.
now.
That reminds me, now that I actually have a TikTok, I need to look up Wolf Girl.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
love
I love
her.
her.
Oh god, I knew so many people like that in high school where they thought that they were wolves, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so painful but so accurate.
What was your high school fandom?
I was in the weird anime group. The weird anime
Mm.
kids. Because I didn't really like have basically anything else. I had two different high schools that I went to, and it was funny because I was simultaneously in the anime group, but also I was kind of trying to like enjoy things by myself because so one of the girls who my friend group was interesting. So there were these two girls who loved the movies Ginger Snaps, and they tried
Mm-hmm.
to like base themselves off of the two sisters, which was really weird anyway because those characters were like very toxic. And so the smaller one was obsessed with Ed from Full Metal Alchemist, and I started watching Full Metal Alchemist, and I was just like, oh yeah, Ed's kind of cool. I think he's neat. I like him. And she literally was like, you can't have him. Ed is mine. Ed is completely mine. You can't have him. You can't like him. You can like Alphonse. And I was like, okay. And she literally wore the Edward jacket that she'd gotten from like Hot Topic to school every day, and she carried the pocket watch with her every day.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
And then
That's
it was so weird. Another girl in the same group, she wore the Willy Wonka jacket to school every day. So like the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka jacket.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's I didn't even know you could buy that.
Yeah, you could for a while there.
We didn't have like any like clubs at our school in high school, but like college certainly has anime clubs, or like they have a oh my god. So we've got one cosplay club, and that is the most drama filled thing that I've ever heard.
Uh-huh.
Like just everything out of that is just drama, drama, drama. And
Mm-hmm.
then there I had a girlfriend freshman year who she took me to the Japan club, which is
Uh-huh.
supposed to be like, like this, like they do like cultured tea ceremonies and stuff, and it was supposed to be like really respectful.
Uh-huh.
But it was the most white thing I had ever seen. There was one Japanese kid in there.
Oh
Like
my
the
god.
woman who taught it was white. Like everybody else was like extremely pasty. It was. I'm like, okay, maybe we should stop.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man.
we are lucky enough to have like a little comic convention though here, and we just had it the other week.
Oh, that sounds like
So that,
fun.
that was kind of fun.
See, I don't
Um,
really go to anime cons anymore, especially like here in Florida, because they've gotten really catty. So like if you're not cosplayed, they kind of just treat you like you don't exist, and then if you're cosplayed but not cosplayed to their standards, they will either just treat you like complete and utter trash, or they'll literally do the thing where they'll take pictures of you to make fun of you online.
ugh.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not here for that. I'll just go to the furry cons where everyone's happy to see each other all the time.
The issue of people taking pictures of people doing cosplay in public and posting it online. I don't know if you saw like the picture of the Ibuki and Nagito cosplayer in Barnes and Noble, where somebody
No, I did
like
not.
they're just holding hands and like walking through the Barnes and Noble, and somebody took a picture of them from behind and posted on Twitter and was like,
Oh.
"Ew, this is disgusting." And I'm like, dude, you're harassing like 15-year-olds.
Yeah, like leave them alone. Like, what's your problem? They're just having fun.
Um, okay, so somebody said I heard anime cons are bad. The anime con that goes on at not my school, but the one in my hometown, here in West Virginia. It's really nice. And like I saw a lot of Has-Been Hotel cosplayers last year, which was really really interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of like really interesting cosplays. I was in awe. So many cool vendors, but like they had to keep putting up signs telling people to remember to bathe, remember to like practice proper hygiene and wear
Yeah.
deodorant.
Yeah. People are so
Especially
obsessed with getting to like every single panel or every single thing that they want to do that they literally like won't bathe and they won't sleep.
yeah. The worst part was going back to like the GameCube section. I mean, because like Smash players, but like I'm like unironically over the gaming section, it was really really like just the smell emanating from that. I was like, ugh.
I
Maybe there's
can't
an issue
even
here we're not
imagine.
addressing.
Oh yeah. That sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm. It was super fun though. I want to go back again. I think my friends and I are planning to do Monster Prom cosplays this year.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I've got like my entire group into Monster Prom, and they're like, "Let's do it."
I actually don't know what that is, but I'm gonna have to look it up because you said monsters, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, so if you're a monster fucker, this is the game for you. Uh,
Don't call me out like this.
it's theater kid humor, but it's very fun. Like it does not take itself seriously. So it's like this. It's like a party game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a party dating sim.
Mm-hmm.
And your goal is to romance one of the monsters by the end of the night, and it's super fun. I don't know. You look like a werewolf person. They've got a werewolf.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I do kind of like werewolves. My favorite of the like old Universal monsters though is actually the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay. Unfortunately, they do not have a creature from the Black Lagoon.
No, sexy fish man.
No, but in Monster Camp they have a Mothman character.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Called Mossman. I love him.
Okay, can we just talk for a second about how the Mothman statue was given like the nicest ass they could possibly sculpt?
Yep. I've been going to Point Pleasant since I was a little babby.
I want to go so
my
bad.
My grandparents just take me up there for like a day trip because we lived like I don't know 50, 70 miles out. And we'd go to the museum a lot, but I didn't really notice the ass until I went a few years ago to the festival. And this was right whenever Fallout 76 hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody and their mom from across the country who was a Fallout fan came to the Mothman Festival. And so there was a long line to get to the statue and take a picture of it. But I was like, my God, that thing has a big ass.
I want to smack it.
My friend knows. My friend's family knows the person who sculpted that thing, and apparently they all have very big asses.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Point Pleasant is a weird place, dude.
I can imagine.
It's really cute. It's really cute though. If you go there, like there's a pizzeria that you can go to where they have like Mothman-shaped pizzas.
Oh, I want to go.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Yeah, if you're ever up here, I'll meet you and we'll do a little Mothman tour.
Please.
My friends and I were supposed to go camping out at the TNT plant for spring break, but that didn't happen.
Oh.
Yeah. We all got busy. I'm trying. Sorry, I need to catch up with the comments. I've been rambling for a while.
You're good. I've been listening and kind of spacing out, and now I'm choking. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic for the stream. And...
Bust your hand trying to slap that ass. No, that thing is hard as steel. That thing is so fucking hard. And
I still want to smack it.
It gets. Well, it's hot too because it's just like right out in the middle of the sun. So like you touch that thing and like it's gonna burn you. It's gonna burn you.
You underestimate me.
Yeah. Is your drive to fuck monsters really that big that you're like I'll burn myself for this? This is a noble cause.
I don't know. Maybe.
Let's see if I can find the Mothman Pizza. Hold up.
Oh, I want to see it.
Mothman Pizza.
Oh god, there's also a place that I just found. I think it's called Legendary Pizza or something like that. It popped up on TikTok while Frazzy and I were watching stuff, and it literally just looks like the Pizzaplex, and I'm like, I want to go to there.
Oh yeah.
They've got like carnival rides in there. They've got like mini golf. There's all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, I've never seen this kind of thing in my life.
You are going to be so mad at what I tell you. There's so about not even 20 miles, about 10 to 20 miles down the road, we have a pizza place that it's called Billy Bob's, and it's it has the original Showbiz Pizza animatronics.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're still working, and they have like laser tag and golf outside, and a big old arcade.
You can't see it, but I'm just shaking with the desire to go.
It's so cool. I used to go there when I was like a little toddler, and I had the best time there.
Oh, I want to go so bad. There's I forget what it's called. It's a gas station out in the middle of like bumfuck nowhere, and the guy actually has the full working Rock-afire explosion and some of the old Chuck E. Cheese animatronics from when they were like half-body animatronics.
Yeah.
And he's even got, I think he's got the hippo, like the hippo with the boobies that move.
Really?
Yeah. I forget what her name is. She was literally built for a room that was supposed to have been for adults and adult humor. I think it was called the Cabaret, and then they just wound up letting kids in there anyway. But her tits would actually like bounce and move as she was like playing her little piano thing.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad that there's somebody horny enough out there to like program animatronics to do that kind of stuff.
yeah. I mean, okay, look at Chica though. Look at new glam rock Chica.
New Glam Rock Chica. What do you mean? What do you mean? Look at New Glam Rock Chica. Is there something you want to tell me?
She's banging. That's what I want to tell you.
Dude, she's got it going on.
She does. Even when she's doing her weird little like zombie walk, I'm just like, dem hips though.
Somebody said, what's the name of that pizza place again? Billy Bob's Pizza Wonderland.
I want the Mothman
Or just
Pizza.
Billy Bob's Wonderland.
Oh god, I want to go there. That
Yeah.
looks amazing.
Yeah, I haven't been there in years. I know I was part of a short film that I didn't film there, but part of it was filmed there. There was like a scene where these two cops were like eating in a pizza place, and it was filmed at Billy Bob's. So you can see the animatronics in the background.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like how even Frazzie's just like glam rock Chica. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, they want
who
to know
do I
who you simp for the most.
Like in general, or like are we talking about a specific fandom?
Let's say in general, and then also in FNAF.
Oh, see, I'm not in the FNAF fandom actually. I actually never was. I like the idea of the games, but they're okay. This is gonna get me a lot of heat with you all. I like the conceit of the games and like the ideas that it presents, but the gameplay doesn't interest me. I'm not a huge fan of He Who Shall Not Be Spoken, and his, certain things like that. I think the idea is more interesting than the execution.
I honestly agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
If I simp, who I simp for the most? If we're talking about Security Breach, probably Roxanne.
Oh, I knew that one.
Yeah. But in general, who do I simp for the most? Let me look at my Mood A list. That could probably help.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Here, while you're deciding, I'm just gonna say, I honestly like agree with you. I don't really super like the gameplay of the FNAF games. The gameplay for Security Breach actually infuriates me. I kind of wish that I could literally just wander around and do more of an exploration mode, because I love the areas that they've built. I love the idea of the story, even if it wasn't executed very well, but I overall just love the aesthetic, and I love animatronics, so that's why I like it. It's not necessarily because I think the game's really good.
Yeah, I feel you there. I mean, growing up around, like I said, Billy Bob's, like I used to go there all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's super interesting, and it's like it's a neat concept.
Yeah.
So I probably simp for Stalking Anarchy from Panty and Stalking with Garter Belt the most.
Oh, Stalking! I love her.
If not her, then Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Is that why you asked me smash or pass for Johnny?
Yeah. I don't simp for Johnny in like the I want to fuck him way, but I simp for Johnny in like this guy. I really like his fashion sense.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to dress like that whenever I was a child.
Oh, same.
Whenever I was like in middle or in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted that, but I never had the confidence to pull it off. And Stalking I both like want to like be with her and want to be her.
You want to become and also be with a big titty goth girlfriend.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I love Stalking. I do. I'm really sad actually that they never came out with the supposed second season for that.
Yeah. I've. Let me tell you, finding figures for that show is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I've been scouring the internet, and like prize figures now will go up to like $300.
Oh.
So I'm like, I'm looking eventually, to get one, to add one to my collection.
Trip to Japan?
Maybe I've thought about it, but it's so expensive to go there.
So what's really funny about that is Japan isn't actually as bad as you think it is when it comes to price. I've been there twice, and I will tell you that the 4-day trip that we were originally going to be taking to the Netherlands before COVID wrecked that, to go to Efteling Park, that I still really want to go to, that was more expensive than an 8-day trip in Japan.
Really?
Yes.
I told Reed that we should go.
If you ever need help planning, I can help. I know what to do.
Yeah.
Just never take Aero Mexico.
Yeah. Just you, me, and Reed. We'll go to Japan together.
Oh my god! Don't tempt me, because I want to. Oh, I miss it so much. I miss the food. Oh, the food was so good. The hotel, that's like my favorite hotel now, it literally has one of the Japanese 7-Elevens right next door, and so we didn't bother like paying for the breakfast every morning in the hotel, because we would just walk outside and go to 7-Eleven, and it was the right season to have Oden, and so like having like that nice hot broth and like the stewed daikon radish and like the little like mochi meat pockets, it was so
Sounds
good.
Really good. I haven't seen, I don't know much of Japan outside of what I've seen of, I think, the Super Mega vlogs, and then Sea Dog VA's videos, which I think like probably paint a more realistic depiction of Japan than Super Mega has. But I know I at least want to like go and experience that, because the most I've ever been out of country is Canada.
So I've also been to Canada for like 2 seconds, because that's the second time that I went, we flew through Aero Canada and we actually got stuck there overnight. Because of we literally, so my roommate Corv and I went, and we were there like as things were starting to shut down for COVID, and so like we bought our tickets to Tokyo Disney Sea, and literally 3 hours later they announced that it was going to be closing the next day. And so like thankfully the girl was like super sweet. We went back and she gave us a refund, and she was just like, do you want for another day? Like she was like trying her best to speak English, and I was like, I'm sorry, we're leaving soon. And she was like, oh, okay, here's your money, please come back soon. And I was like, oh, my heart.
I really, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, I really liked Canada. I went because I had a really big Scott Pilgrim phase, and I still love Scott Pilgrim, but I went there to like scout locations from the book and the movie. Like I compiled a giant list of like addresses that I wanted to go to. And I remember I went by the house that's in the movie, which somebody owns, by the way. Like it is owned property. Yeah. So I was just driving by it, and I wanted to take a picture, and it was on flash, and the people walking by the house saw it. And thought I was taking a picture of them, and like turned to me, and I ducked in the car. I didn't get a picture of the house.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining you slowly driving by the house, just being like,
yeah,
like staring at it.
Yeah, that's what you think of me as, some creeper.
just in that one moment.
No, I joke, I kid. No, it was a really fun time.
Oh god, Hickory says next stream, guys, Doof and Cal go to Japan.
God. I'd love to go. That would be so fun.
I want to go back so bad.
Japan was supposed to be my high school graduation gift. That was like,
oh wow,
we're gonna go to Japan, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
It was never brought up again.
Oh no.
I got promised a Japan trip, and then it didn't happen. I was just like, okay, cool.
So sad.
Yeah. I've traveled a lot of the States, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I love traveling, so...
Mood.
Taking advantage of what I can here.
I also love traveling. I want to do it more, honestly. After I'm not taking a month off of work and not making money. I have actually, surprisingly enough, traveled a fair amount outside of the U.S. because my aunt got married in Scotland, and so, when I was 14, we did a trip, and I went to England, Ireland, and Scotland, which was pretty cool, but I was really mad at my mom for not taking me to see Loch Ness.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
Oh. That sounds super cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's been a severe lack of clout in this stream.
I think we just got very distracted.
Yeah. I'll start rambling, and I'll make like a 5-hour conversation out of it.
Oh, it's a mood. See, I just don't shut up ever, so if you don't stop me, I'll just keep going.
you get two introverted extroverts in a room, and this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. All my improving skills have gone out the window now, now that I'm two in. I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't know. Someone earlier asked for singing, but I don't know what you would want to sing impromptu. Calen about to go on the hunt for Nessie.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
If you caught the Loch Ness monster.
Oh god, just see me just like on the boat and suddenly just like feral ash just like jumping into the water, and you see me like wrestling something and it's fucking Nessie.
I want to see a drawing of you as Captain Ahab fighting Nessie.
Oh no, now that you said it, it's gonna happen at some point. On the hunt for Nessie.
I think my school is planning on doing Moby Dick for one of their theater performances. So like, ooh. I've heard their plan is to like take out the pit of like the orchestra pit and then fill it with water.
What?
And then like make a boat out of it, like make a boat inside of it, and then like that's gonna be the play space.
That sounds fantastic. What? Okay, I'm not gonna ask you on stream what school you go to because that would be doxing. But it sounds like you go to a really expensive school.
It's not. It's
not?
Really not. It's a public in-state school. Because I'll say that if you're ever interested in going to like college for theater, don't shell out a bunch of money and go in debt to go to NYU, because honestly, for undergrad, what you need is like experience in building your resume. And I had to go to the Southeastern Theater Conference just the other day in Memphis, and I was talking to some new recruits about like possibilities that we have at our school, and I was like, listen, at somewhere like NYU, you're gonna be auditioning against like 500 other students, so the odds of you getting in a play are like little to none. But in a department where you're auditioning against like 20 students, and you know that you're really good, then your opportunities skyrocket. Yeah. And you've got you can build your resume really well. But we are lucky that we have really good tech people over here. So yeah, I think if you're gonna go to school for theater, do undergrad at a really inexpensive school, and then for grad school, go to whoever will pay you.
Yeah, makes sense. Hickory
Wouldn't the water ruin the pit? No, they would waterproof it.
Oh yeah, you can paint stuff in there to waterproof it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hickory says Cloud goes to Japan.
Oh, that would be so cool. I had an idea. Like if Frazzy ever releases merch for Cloud, I'm gonna just deck myself out in Cloud merch and go to a con.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's go together because then we're both decked out in it.
I've always wanted merch of a character I voice, so I'm like, I'm praying.
Frazzy. Staring you down right now.
Growls cutely and solemnly, wanting thing. Starts barking.
I mean, I could just make my snarling noises. Just. There we go.
Were you saying on a stream the other day that like it's like that was the only stream that you did where you hadn't done a gremlin noise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens every time, and Snoozy is apparently saving all of them to make it her ringtone, and I don't know why, because I don't... You just imagine hearing that in public.
Be patient, POS. You know, yeah, I'm being patient. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
I will say, I do not know what POS stands for. Every single time I see it, I just think it says piece of shit, and I get really sad.
I don't know what it is either. You're okay. There are sometimes where people will like do that, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm just not gonna say anything.
No, it's just tone indicator. Like I get a lot of tone indicators, but like I've seen what POS means, but my mind can never escape it, like thinking that's piece of shit. And so I think this guy's calling me a piece of shit afterwards. I'm like, oh no.
You're not a piece of shit. You're fantastic.
Hard disagree. I'm getting pretty hungry. What's your favorite takeout food? Ooh. Pad Thai.
Ooh, pad thai's so good.
I really like spicy food.
See, my only problem with pad thai is I like it so much that I eat too much of it and then make myself nauseous. So I associate pad thai with nausea.
I know when to quit.
I
I'll
don't.
get like halfway through and I'll say, I'm gonna put this away.
I don't know when to quit.
No, I grow hot peppers in my free time. So I think last year things didn't come in because the soil was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But the year before that, I grew a bunch of Carolina Reapers and didn't know what to do with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
that's my thing.
See,
I like to grow hot things.
I'm just imagining Cloud doing a ghost pepper challenge. Because he has taste receptors.
God. Oh, poor boy. Me, poor boy. We keep putting him in like really precarious situations.
Oh gosh. Actually, did I tell you about Zavi picking on him?
No.
No, I didn't. I told Reed because there's the possibility that Zavi's voice is switching to Ickis from All Real Monsters, and there's a singular clip of Ickis singing just the stupidest freaking song, and because there's an accordion in the background and Cloud plays the accordion, I'm like, this is just Zavi picking on Cloud and singing all of the wrong lyrics on purpose and like screaming into their like their sound receptors at the end of it. And just stop it. Like giggling like a fucking moron at the end because he's proud of himself. And I'm just like, yeah, no, we're torturing Cloud a lot lately.
Yeah. He's become a punching bag and I don't know why.
I don't know, because I love him. They're my favorite.
Like, please stop putting me through precarious situations. I don't like it.
I'm sorry, Cloud. I love you. I promise.
I have feelings too, you know.
Oh, hi, Nimbus. Welcome back.
Hello. I don't know who that was.
There's like some random child popping up in the background. Hello.
So I've got a friend who I had to travel 7 hours in the car with to go to Memphis, and somehow I've picked up their vocal mannerisms like really well, because I did some sort of like I did this voice that they do like constantly because we're kind of the same person. I did the voice that they do in the car, and they're like holy shit, I thought you were her. Like she wasn't in the car. She had left the day prior. They were so scared.
See, now I want to hear it.
I don't remember what it was.
No.
It was like a gill. It was like it was like something weird. I can't replicate it, but it was something odd.
Oh my god. Wait, can I hear that again? God.
Yeah, my friend and I had this like weird thing where we just kind of like communicate and talk through noises as a bit. I don't know why. Like she'll come up to me and just like start grabbing her hands and like clapping her hands like open palmed and giggling, and I'm like, you're weirding me out.
Oh no. No, everybody's mentioning Tommy now, not Tommy, no.
Tommy.
Okay.
I'm out of the loop.
Tommy is a child character that I came up with like a really long time ago that Calen and everybody basically has to deal with in the daycare. He's actually a kid of somebody who works at the Pizzaplex, so he thinks that he is God because he can't be touched, and he is like the worst child you can possibly imagine. Like, he ate Play-Doh and vomited all over the place at one point in like a thing that I wrote. At one point he bit Calen hard enough to draw blood on the leg. Like, he starts fights with other kids, he steals toys, he climbs on top of the play areas, and everyone has to chase him down. So yeah, Tommy is well known in my streams as just, like, the worst child.
Cloudburst would 100% kick this child. Guaranteed.
He would. He just, yes, punt the child.
here I thought you were talking about Tommy in it, and I got super scared that we were in the DSMP fandom real quick.
No. It's no. It has to do with Cloud and everybody.
Swag.
God, I love you just talking about Cloudburst punting him, and the worst part is Fairy Floss would immediately just be like, "Goal!" Arms up in the air, touchdown. Doesn't matter if she's saying two completely different sports. She's a little out of the loop. I mean,
you know, sports ball is it's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what happens when your psychotic boyfriend pulls your child-friendly to adult humor switch out of your back.
I'm getting all the lore here.
You are. That's actually relatively new lore. That came out after my Fairy Floss lore video. Because I had the idea and Fraz was just like, "Canon, do it," and I'm like, "Okay." So, yeah.
I want to say just real quick, I really respect you artists and what you do. It's I don't know, you all have really clean drawings, and it makes me squee with glee whenever I see it.
Oh, not me. That's all Frazzy. Mine look like shit.
No, yours is great.
Nah. I write relatively well. I'll take the writing as a compliment, but my actual drawing skills are bleh.
Best Cloudburst, you will not hear Cloudburst until Cloudburst is finalized. I will not attempt on stream, especially whenever I'm like this.
Yeah, no, not yet. Oh my god, Frasty said I'm gonna draw that, please. Are you gonna draw that when we voice chat tonight? Because I want to see it. I love watching Fraz draw. I love watching Fraz draw. It's calming for my nerves. Oh, bye, Snoozy.
Bye. My favorite sport, probably bowling. No. I used to play basketball and soccer. I don't know, just as to watch. Maybe football. I don't really get football, but like I like watching it, I guess. Like it's kind of for me, football is like a baby sensory video, and I'm not really comprehending what's going on. But I'm like, this is cool background noise.
See, I don't go anymore because money, and also I don't really have anyone to go with. But I used to love going to like lower level hockey games because I loved watching them just get into fights and rage on each other. Because the lower level you go, the less professional they are. So they'll like straight out rage on each other. And the mascots, oh my god, the mascots just go for it. So when I lived in California, there was a team called the Ontario Reign, and they actually had two mascots. There was a Black Knight and there was a dragon, and they would just go all out. And there was one point where they brought out the kiss cam bullshit that they always do at games, and it zoned in on him while he was interacting with this chick, and they looked at the screen, looked at each other, and somehow, like, perfect comedic timing, he grabbed her, he dipped her, and they looked like they were making out with each other, and it was the best thing I've ever seen.
My school is rather famous for its football stuff because we had a movie made about us because of a certain incident that happened.
Oh.
They show this movie all the time at the student center, which is like it's on constant play. So I see this movie every single time that I walk in there. But it's we have because of that school pride, my parents were like, "You need to go to one football game." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, no.
So I go to this football game, and it was really fun. And then it started to get dark, and then I lost all interest the moment that it hit like evening time, like after halftime.
Oh yeah.
Like I really liked the first half of the game, and I liked the halftime show, and I didn't care how it ended. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen it.
I feel that way about a lot of games. Oh, James says, what would Nimbus sound like if he sang? So actually, you're getting a video of that soon-ish. Like a full video. I would sell my heart and soul to hear that angel sing Creep or Crybaby. I don't know if you want to do any impromptu singing. That choice is up to you.
I don't know Crybaby, unfortunately.
Crybaby is the Melanie Martinez song. That's why they're asking for that one. That is actually on the Cloud Nimbus playlist. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know Melanie Martinez.
No, it's okay. I literally only know that song because of the playlist. I don't listen to her normally, but because of the fact that there's a couple of songs that are on that playlist, I'm just like, well, I know these ones.
How long did it take to master the Roger Rabbit voice? literally Reed just came into my DMs and was like, "Hey, can you do a Roger Rabbit voice?" And I'm like, "I think I can," and I just kind of came out.
Bro, you did it in a day. Like, you did one voice, and I was like, can you pitch it up a little higher? And it just immediately you had it. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah. I don't know. Taking direction is a thing that I think is one of my strong suits, I guess. Because I see a lot of actors who can't take direction.
Mm-hmm.
They fight the director. So I was just like, okay, I'll just give it a little bit of a.
I think also the reason you pitched it down at first is because I said a Roger Rabbit-like voice, which was bad wording on my part, because I basically just wanted a straight-up Roger voice, and then when I asked you to pitch it up, you just, like, straight up did it. So
yeah, because it's
was
not
me.
Roger. Roger has, I think, a bit of a deeper voice.
Does he?
Like, just a hint deeper than what I give.
Maybe.
Cloud's a teeny bit higher pitch than Roger Rabbit.
I'm too sloshed to... I can't speak either. I'm too sloshed to remember. There we go.
I think Roger is I think Roger was initially the first recording that I sent off. I think that was me doing like a straight up Roger Rabbit impression.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a bad habit of like the first takes that I do is just it's not energized enough.
Uh-huh.
So I really have to, like, anytime I get another note, I just like have to put everything into that. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Frazzy says, "Bro, you got possessed by the spirit of Roger Rabbit."
Dude, I wish. He's like, please, Eddie, don't stick it up my butt. I can't do the lip thing though. I can't do the lip thing that Roger Rabbit does. I've tried and I can't do it. So you'll never hear Cloud do that.
I can't breathe. Oh God. Hi, I'm sorry. What happened?
Sorry. He's like, we gotta hide the bomb up there, Roger. He's like, I don't know, Eddie. The hardest thing I ever had to do in my acting career. Oh, okay. My very first lead role on stage was fucking Shakespeare.
Oh.
I had to do Shakespeare, and I'd never learned Shakespeare before. I was like, I'm gonna be the first person off book to do this, so I was the first person off book for that. And learning lines is hard. Learning lines is hard, man.
Well, especially when Shakespeare writes everything in poetry.
Well, I've been a bad little psych patient and have not taken my medication for like the past half year.
Oh no.
So my ADHD is like through the roof.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like it makes it especially hard to learn my lines and to keep track of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just simply don't feel like I need to take my medication anymore. Sorry. I don't know why I'm getting into my like medication habits.
It's
I just
okay.
mean like that's probably why it was like hard for me to like learn that, was because I was like, oh, well, I just haven't done this in a while.
Well, to tell you the truth, I really feel like I was gonna get deep for like 2 seconds. I really feel like medication should never be demonized because or rather, like, someone's medication habits should never be demonized unless they're, like, outright abusing them, essentially, because, like, what you need to do for your own, like, health, like, that's your business, and nobody should ever be judgmental of that, so, like, I really don't think that it should be, like, skirted under the rug. It's like, oh, I can't talk about that. Like, it's fine. It's part of life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Favorite musician? Yeah. Gorillaz has been my biggest hyperfixation since early middle school.
Mm-hmm.
That's so I was lucky enough to see them front row during the Humans tour, and
that's so cool. I still
so
want to hear you
good.
do a copy of not copy this, sorry, cover of Melancholy.
Yeah.
Melancholy Hill.
I had a friend who was actually working on an instrumental cover of that, and I was gonna sing over it, and then it just kind of fell through.
Oh no.
Talking about autographs, my biggest thing ever in any of my collections is I have the Humans Super Deluxe vinyl that I ordered, which was like, it has all of the like every song is like its own like colored disc,
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like, and but you open up the art book, and it's signed by Jamie and Damon.
Oh.
So that's probably my biggest thing in my collection.
I love their art. I still need to find. It's really hard to find them, but I want to try and collect most of the Tank Girl series because they worked on that, and that movie was absolute shit. But I still love it.
Yeah, I think Jamie left after that, and then Alan Martin just kept doing his own thing, which I mean is fine. Jamie's like focused full time on gorillas, and then like they came out with like an opera called like Monkey Journey to the West, which is really good. And he started doing like some exhibits, which I really wish I could have seen. But no, that's I'd say 2D is like my comfort character.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Whenever I think of 2D, I just think of that short that they did with the eel. Just I can't kill it.
Yeah. It's so slippery. I can't kill it. He just like starts freaking the fuck out.
I love the whiny tone that he uses. I don't know why, but I adore that.
Yeah, I used to be able to do a fairly good 2D impression, and then they changed his voice again. They changed his voice actor, so I was like, okay. He was a good little boy. What was he? What's your favorite voice to do? Favorite voice that I like to do? God, I don't know. Lately, just for the bit, it's been that one guy on TikTok who's like, is that a Starbucks cake pop? Can I have it? Thank you. Like I've just been, it's been that guy, but I don't really have a favorite voice that I like to do. It just kind of depends on what the character has.
Okay, I have a request. Can you do that, but as Cloud?
Is that a Starbucks cake pop? Can I have it? Thank you. Boop boop. I'm a glutton for attention.
Oh, fuck my life.
No, I love it. You good?
No.
He's a good little man.
I love him with all my heart.
I imagine him like just like going up to like a little child and like just like yanking this cake pop out of his hand, like being completely oblivious that what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah, I mean he does love cake. That's apparently his favorite food is birthday cake.
Dude, Cloud got cake. I'm just gonna say that right now, Frazzy.
I mean, Fraz and I have talked about Calen smacking it and then Cloud just being like, "Those are my pants." It's all my pants.
Fuck.
Just Calen just coming over, just like whack, 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 shakes, just walks away.
How did I react to doing an ever-ending story with Calen's Cloud? Funny thing, I've never seen the Never-Ending Story, and I didn't get to that part in Stranger Things, so I had to learn that song completely by scratch. That's why it took so long, because I was like, okay, well, I was listening to it in my off time, like, I'd go to eat lunch when I was at the student center, and I'd be sitting there, like, listening to this on loop. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? And eventually I got to the point where I just I put the track, because I'm mixing all of this stuff that I do for them. So I put the track in, like the original track with Dustin's vocals on it, and then I underlaid the instrumental under it, and I tried singing under that, and it didn't work. And so I turned it down ever so slightly, and that's what worked. And so at the very end, whenever I mixed it all, I just kind of muted that track and sent it off, and so it didn't show up in the mix.
And you did fantastic. I was so nervous because I was listening to myself and I was like, oh, I sound bad. Oh, I sound bad. Oh, that's an off note. Oh.
No, you're good. Pitch correction is a wonderful thing, honestly, and people shouldn't be afraid of it.
I don't know how to do that.
I use FL Studio.
Uh-huh.
So it has a built-in pitch correction thing that you can actually go through and like physically manipulate notes. And I don't auto-tune everything, but like if there's like a sour note or something that like just shouldn't be there, like then like, you know, I'll patch that up. Um, so it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I had never heard that song. I had never heard it, and so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do this.
What's funny is
Cool.
the original song is considerably slower because it's the intro to the movie. And so it's just they're showing all these really pretty like crazy like clouds, which actually that's a really neat part of the movie because they made that effect by injecting paint into water and filming it. So it's just this really soothing, like nice like thing, and then it actually gets into the movie. But whenever I think of that movie, which I grew up with, like my mom played it a lot when I was a kid. It was that and Labyrinth. It's just all I can think of is the horse just Artax, no, don't give in to the swamps of sadness, Artax.
Yeah,
just the horse
yeah,
dying.
and the horse is just kind of like just there, he's like unbothered being in the pit.
Yeah.
I know that. It looks really goofy.
Oh god. Yeah, that and the sneezing turtle.
No, little German boy, don't go to the pit. Oh my god!
No.
This is my pit full of despair.
No, I was drinking. No, I almost shot it out my nose. Please don't let me get booze on my computer. This is the only thing that keeps me alive.
Yeah. What booze or the computer?
The computer. Oh god, I did do that once. Oh no. Okay, so I was in a Disney college program, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, I turned 21 while I was in the Disney college program, and I didn't go like crazy, but I did discover that I really liked screwdrivers. And I was sitting with one of the many roommates I had, because I had 5 of them in the college program, and we were drinking. We were watching Evita, and I had my computer out, and I got to the point I was so sloshed that my hand just like stopped working, and my whole arm just twisted sideways, and I just poured a screwdriver onto my computer, and it took me a second to realize I was doing it. And so suddenly I'm panicking, and I'm like trying to wipe off my computer, and meanwhile, the roommate, who apparently would get blackout drunk, I don't know, it was so weird, she suddenly gets really sad because of the movie, and she calls her sister, who is a nurse, who doesn't pick up, and she's just like, You're a bad nurse. Bad. You let Evita die. You... Click. She just, like, hangs up. And I'm just like, what did you just do? And she's just like, what? I just didn't even remember that she did it. And I'm just... I didn't even...
Oh, look, Reed's in chat. I'm gonna point you in the liver.
Reed!
I'm gonna harvest your kidney.
I want
I'm
the
doing
liver.
fine.
I want the liver so we can eat it with some nice fava beans and Chianti.
Whenever I get drunk, I am sorry YouTube, please don't demonetize your channel. No, whenever I get drunk, I tend to take on a caretaker role when I'm around my friends. So I'm like, I played this. Here's a fun little game that you can play with really intoxicated people. If you're trying to get them to drink water and they refuse to, make it a game and be like, hey, see how much water you can drink in 5 seconds, and then rinse and repeat, because they'll think it's like the coolest fucking thing that they get ever done. They take it as a challenge. Yeah.
Please do. I have no need for it, Reed. No.
Yeah, you're right. Your piss-making abilities are now gone. Suffer.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So you said.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you said.
Oh, I was just gonna say when I get drunk, I just get really giggly, like at everything, like things that shouldn't be funny are.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
No, just to attack onto that, one of my favorite forms of like fucking with people is just to like say something and then not elaborate on it. Like I came out of the bathroom last night. My friend was sitting on the couch. I'm like, dude, you'll never believe what I saw in there. And then I just walk out of the room.
Oh, now you're choking other people.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. what the conversation was about. Because I
getting sloshed. Also, I've made a mistake, which is I'm almost done with my drink, and I didn't bring the mixers in here to make another one.
Oh, so, So funny thing,
Mhm.
playing a drunk character on stage is not something that's unbeknownst to me. I played one character who was canonically drunk on stage, and then recently we're doing Charlotte's Web, and I played Templeton, and I was watching the movie, and they make him like drunk,
Yeah.
like and so like I'm gonna have a little bit of that on stage, and so with Cloud. Cloud probably get like just a little bit giggly. I assume he starts to kind of, slur his speech. And we probably, it's like I'm thinking like highs and lows, and like the occasional, like the occasional hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he would become like really irresponsible. I mean, like that. I mean, I'm not gonna like trample on like Frazzy's headcanon, but I assume he would get like really irresponsible.
I mean, what's funny is you're actually pretty much nailing what Frazzy talked about with me privately, which was just getting like really giggly and like hiccupy and stuff. So you got it.
Yeah. There's one thing I can't stand. It's a mean drunk, and I had to play a mean drunk on stage, and that was really bad. Yeah. I played Prince John in Lion in Winter. And Frazzy, I had something the other day at the Bass Pro Pyramid that so I went to the Bass Pro Pyramid with my friends in Memphis whenever we went to SETC. And
I want to go there.
They have a Wahlburgers in there, and one of the drinks they have, it's so many calories, but it sounds like something that Cloud would fucking down, right? It is a birthday cake adult milkshake.
Yeah, they would. I feel like Cloud would down that without realizing there was alcohol in it.
Yeah, so it tastes like birthday cake. It's like vanilla ice cream, vodka, triple sec, like cherry sauce and caramel sauce.
Ooh.
And sprinkles and whipped cream.
Yeah, that's pretty on brand. Yeah.
Yeah. And man, it is hard hitting, and I'm like that seems like Cloud's drink of choice.
Yeah. So what's really fun about Cloud eating and stuff is it does have to be cleaned out of them afterwards, and usually Cal is the one who volunteers to do so, because any chance to be near Cloud is a chance to be near Cloud. But so like it's just basically you have to open them up and start scraping all the cake that they've just eaten out, or in this case they would have to scrape that out. I'm just imagining the cleanup of the milk products, and just, oh god, that'd be awful.
How does it get cleaned out? Is it like, is the stomach open up? Do they have to hose it out of the belly button? Like what's the protocol here?
We haven't totally discussed that, but I would assume that the chest cavity opens up and there's like an area that has to be like either pulled out and cleaned out, or like also opened, and literally I keep imagining her literally scraping stuff out of him.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm sure that's something that Fraz will come up with later.
No, that's it's fun.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of fun voicing Cloud so far, and there's gonna be a lot more to come from what I've seen from the sheet.
Yeah, I need to make money. I need desperately to make money, because I'm just gonna shove it at you and be like, here, let's do this, let's go.
No, it's but I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's I'll find myself just kind of like breaking into that voice while I'm alone sometimes.
He's taking you over.
No, it's just like I've never really had a character other than like that one really bad experience that I had where I've like, I'm like, I am voicing this character. Like, it's not like me doing I'm doing a pseudo impression, but like, I mean, people in The Simpsons, they're doing really bad impressions. Mo the bartender is just like a really bad Al Pacino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's nice to do a voice where I'm not just like being an impressionist, and I'm like, this is, so I find myself doing that and like feeling really proud of this.
Oh. That's really sweet.
So, but no, he's starting to take over my life, and I don't appreciate it.
I mean, he's already taken over my life. I have to spread the wealth.
Yeah. Well, hello, Snoozy. Welcome back. We were talking about birthday cake milkshakes.
I'm out of booze.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the Bass Pro Pyramid was a strange experience.
Yeah?
That was fucking weird, dude. It's taller than the Statue of Liberty. I believe it's the third tallest pyramid in the world. and it's like they've got like a river with like catfish, like live catfish, and
Ooh.
like ducks and shit. Um, they're like near the elevator to the observation deck. They have like an alligator pit,
Oh.
like live alligators. They have a shooting gallery. It's it is the Pizzaplex, but for rednecks.
I love that.
You gotta eat at the Wahlburgers, then you walk out with a Bass Pro hat. I was very mad though. All my friends got their food, and then they got my order wrong twice.
No.
And at that point we had to leave. So I was just like, I'm I'm a bit tipsy now from that shake, and I'm empty stomached because I hadn't eaten that day.
Oh
I'm
no.
Like, it's fine. I'll go to the meeting. No, yeah, I want to see that. I'd love to see Cloud with a Bass Pro hat.
Oh my god. So, another fun thing that Fraz and I have been talking about is during like any time where the Pizzaplex like shuts down for a week to go into like maintenance mode and stuff like that, Cal has learned how to turn off the trackers on the animatronics and will essentially shove like a black t-shirt and a hat on Cloud and take them out for essentially what are dates, and now I'm just imagining them going to the Bass Pro shop.
So, wait, does this imply that it takes place in Memphis?
I don't
That the Pizzaplex is in Memphis, Tennessee?
I think it's technically in a Hurricane. I don't know where Hurricane is. Somebody in the chat will probably answer in like a second as to where that is. I think Snoozy not Snoozy. Frazzy knows. I've got too many Y names that ends in Y.
You said
I also
Hurricane?
just can't read. Huh?
You said Hurricane?
Yeah, Hurricane is the name of the city. So the Pizzaplex is built on top of the original Freddy Fazbear's location.
Yeah. We have a Hurricane, West Virginia. It's spelled like hurricane, but we say Hurricane because that's West Virginian dialect.
That might be it. Yeah. Utah. Okay, Frazzy says Hurricane, Utah.
Gotcha.
I'm sure there's a Bass Pro shop in Utah.
Yeah, but it's not the pyramid.
That's true.
The pyramid it's godlike. You know what I mean? You can't like every time I go into a Bass Pro now, which is like never. Every time I go in there now, I'll be disappointed at being like, this isn't the pyramid. You can't compare.
You can't. God, I want to go bowling in there so bad. That bowling alley looks nice.
Yo, you saw the bowling alley?
I've seen pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in the Wahlburgers too.
Oh,
so
okay.
There's like the eating section of the Wahlburgers with a giant aquarium. Then there's the bar section. Right beside the bar section is the bowling alley.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to go to Bunny Bowl.
Gator Golf?
Gator
I think they should have, yeah, it's called Fish Bowl, and I think they should have a Gator Golf there.
That would be amazing. See, now I'm just upset that Gatorland out here doesn't have Gator Golf.
Gatorland?
Oh, that's right. I didn't. Okay, sorry. I honestly, I talked to Reed so much the other day that I don't remember what I've told you and what I've told Reed.
I know where you live. Is there a place called Gatorland?
There literally is a theme park here called Gatorland, and I'm getting you the link right now. It is an alligator theme park. You can zip line over gators, and I want to do it so bad. I looked at my roommate and I was like, "You want to zip line over gators with me?" And she was like, "No."
Why the fuck would you want to zip line over gators? Do you have a fucking death wish?
Maybe.
That's not like that. Okay. I get thrill seeking, but there's no win in that. There's no reward. I guess the reward is that you make it to the other end without snapping off and falling into a pit of gators. Cool. What the fuck do people in Florida do for fun?
Dude, Florida messes with your brain, okay? Like, I didn't realize how weird it was until I took a vacation somewhere else, and then I started looking at the shit that we do in Florida, and I was like, God damn, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with everybody? It's like you literally enter a different dimension when you enter Florida.
Dude, I get so mad whenever people are like, we don't have anything here in Ohio. Like, it's we got nothing here. We have to go to the war. I'm like, shut up, man. like you come to West Virginia. We have nothing. I mean, like, so like people are like, you know Dave and Buster's, right?
Yeah.
None of our cities will be ever eligible to have a Dave and Buster's because you have to have a certain population threshold.
Oh.
To be able to have them, and none of our cities meet any of those population thresholds. So people are always like, oh, well, we don't have this and that. It's like, well, we literally have like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Our idea of fun is going out to Sheets at 3 a.m. or going to sitting in a Walmart parking lot. Like, that's what we have.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So there's a possibility that Reed might be trying to voice Zavi.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and so, sorry, I thought that you sent me something and saw a notification, and it's a voice test.
Yeah.
I can't listen to it right now. I can't, because it'll play on the stream.
Do I smell a crossover episode?
I mean, considering the fact that it's Zavi does take place in the same canon, technically, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Me and Reed about to do another project where we fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
So fun.
I love how excited everyone is now. See, I had to say it. I had to say that there's a possibility. I'm not going to say yay or nay just yet, but there's a possibility, and now everyone's just, like, screaming.
I want to beat Reed with a lead pipe.
I'm sorry,
no, yes.
That last noise you made. That was amazing. Oh god, Snoozy's really losing it. Snoozy and Frazzy are Zavi's #1 fans at this point. Frazzy caught up real fast actually, but they're pretty much tied. Yeah.
Reed, what's with you playing characters that have multiple arms? Is that just like your niche?
Multiple arms are sexy, don't judge. I designed him that way for a reason.
Asking about voice acting tips. Unfortunately, I don't do voice acting tips. You can find pretty much everything that I have talked about here on YouTube or Google. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be cold here. I just mean, like, I notice every time I tend to, like, give advice out to people, it's rarely ever taken. So, like...
No, you're good. I mean, you technically already gave advice earlier, too.
Yeah.
So...
Yoda noises? Not really. Only really bad ones are... Drunk, eh? Fucking bad impression this is. It's like, Yoda, you sound different. You got a cold? Rotting on the inside, I am. I just hear the distance from the microphone. You just falling back into the. Oh no! Yeah, I was there. I was there for Clown Cult. I was there for Clown Cult. Maximum pain I must endure. Yeah, he would.
I'm sorry. What?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's funny that, like, Yoda's one of those voices that, like, drunk frat guys at a party think that they can do an impression really well of.
Yeah.
Yes, like, same with Schwarzenegger and, like,
God.
And, like, Matthew McConaughey. You know what I mean? It's, like, one of those in the arsenal where they think it's gonna get them bitches, and then, like, everybody's really repulsed by it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, look at my Schwarzenegger. He's like, look at me, I am the governor. It's like, okay. Dude, I see people on TikTok, like, doing impressions. They're like, dude, you could be a voice actor. And I'm like, shut up.
Oh my god. Dude, people do that, though. I feel like half of the impressions that I've done are absolute garbage, and they're like, I didn't notice a difference. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
No, it's just, I remember, no, it's because people, like, say, like, oh, you're doing an impression, so you're a good voice actor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, and so I see that a lot on TikTok. There are some really good voice actors on TikTok, though.
Yeah.
So, and some really good impressionists, too. There's one guy on TikTok who does, like, an incredible Morty from Rick and Morty.
Oh my god.
Like, he sounds 100% just like Justin Roiland.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, you could put this man out of a job if Justin Roiland would ever die, I guess. So, I guess he would technically be out of a job anyways.
Yeah.
Be out of life.
Man. I'm sorry, I'm just remembering the really bad Roxy impression that I did, and people loved it, and I'm like, why do you like this? It's bad.
Are we talking about...
Roxanne Wolf. I did
okay.
Chica and Roxy. I think my Chica actually sounded better, but for some reason people lost their shit over the Roxy one.
Yeah. I don't really have a. I don't remember. I was really disappointed. Not with Roxanne's voice, because like Roxanne is like, you know, like it's her voice. I was just like, man, I cannot stop seeing Luna in this character. I wish she were voiced by Erica Lindbeck.
Yeah, everybody's been doing that. Everybody's been like drawing them as each other. Let me put my glasses back on now that I'm not sobbing in laughter. But yeah, everybody's been drawing them as each other. I think it's the attitudes on it. It's the fact that they're both basically wolves and they both have a very similar attitude. Hickory, I really don't think I do that good of a Gregory. I just wheeze a little bit. Freddy, why are your boobs so big?
Gregory, they're massive.
Do you have to wear a bra?
No.
I get it, tits out.
Okay.
Like, I literally just, I feel like I sound...
He just shuts... Huh?
No, I was saying, I feel like I just sound like
someone's drunk grandma.
Like, I don't think that sounds like Gregory.
I love the idea of, like, fucking Freddy shutting down the conversation. They're like, oh, okay.
God.
Apparently, multiple people are asking for this. I typically don't do voice requests, but, where just, DW in Arthur, where he's like, this sign can't stop me, because I can't read!
Oh my god. Yeah, see, Next says I sound like a smoker. So I really don't think that sounds like Gregory. It's just, like, maybe it sounded okay the first time I did it, but it's been getting more and more, like, gravelly grandma smoker every time I do it.
Eventually it's gonna sound like Patty and Selma from The Simpsons.
Gregory's just got a problem, okay? When you got this much stress, you're just gonna start smoking.
You're Gregory like a 6 out of 10 TBH. Aw. You just got roasted. Fuck.
That's okay. I didn't expect it to be good. So.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, like there are things that people can't do. I remember, and dude, especially whenever you start out voice acting and you think that all you're gonna be is an impressionist, and you're like, this is what voice acting is. You suck. You suck so bad. I have gone through and deleted so many things that I've done in like my first like 3 months of doing things because I'm like, oh, this was bad.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Like, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, my impressions are never necessarily to be, like, good. It's like people have asked for it for some reason, or, like, I just kind of want to see if I can do it, and it's usually, I can't, but I'm gonna post the video anyway so you guys can watch my suffering, and, yeah.
When people are doing impressions, like, for any sort of project, I always think it's better to do an invocation of that character rather than, like, just kind of straight up sounding like them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it kind of invoke the energy of that, because, like, honestly, a lot of what comes down to a character's performance is, like, the energy that they carry.
Yeah.
And, like, who they are. So it's not just a thing to sound like them, like, you gotta kind of embody what that person is.
Yeah.
Your noob voice. Who's noob?
Oh, Noob. Noob is, Hickory's character, and it's, like, this really, really high-pitched, little kid voice. Nube. I thought it was Noob at first too. It's apparently Nube. It's Spanish for cloud. They have a little yeah, before they actually saw Frazzy's character Cloud, they designed a little like child cloud animatronic who is really cute. I'll show you Nube later. They're really cute.
Okay.
They're a little shit, but they're a little cute. They're cute.
Yeah.
Nube, stop stealing my snacks.
Well, you got someone stealing your snacks?
Nube is stealing my Cheetos constantly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did I tell you? Yeah, I was talking to you beforehand about the Doritos thing.
Yes.
You think they'll do the same with Cheetos? Do you think Nube will get angry?
Yes. I feel like Nube would scream.
For those of you who don't know, I read this article talking about like inflation due to like the sanctions on Ukraine, on Russia, and somebody was like, this is a real article where they were like. It was like due to inflation, Doritos bags will now have 5 less chips in them. I'm like, what a fucking American problem to have.
Yeah, that's right. That we were talking about. Where I was like, I mean, the bags are already over half empty anyway.
yeah, it's 60% air, and like I'm paying for what now, like 75% air.
Mm-hmm.
What impressions are you most proud of? I mean, Blitz has gotten me the most stable work. I'm proud. I'm proud of the people who I've like gotten to work with,
Mm-hmm.
and like what it's brought me. I don't necessarily think it's a good. I don't think it's a good impression. I think it's a better invocation.
Mm.
But I'm proud of the work that I've done and the acting that I put into it,
Yeah.
rather than just the impression, I guess.
I love how Nex is telling me that, like, my best one is Millie, and apparently Chica. But, yeah, no, when I can actually project, which I can't right now because I've been laughing too much, I get really high-pitched and I do the southern twang, and apparently I do a really decent Millie, so...
Yeah.
I did that on stream with someone once. I actually went through the entire Gatorland website and was reading off their stupid little descriptions of everything that you can do in Millie, and they died.
How much you pay me to do the entire B-movie script in Cloud's voice? 200.
Oh my god.
200. That's my price, my final offer.
Guys, it's time to raise money to pay Doof to do the B-movie script in Cloud's
Jesus
voice.
Christ.
Who wants to send $200 to my Ko-fi, and I'll send it to Doof immediately.
That would be a live stream. I would not record that. I would not record that.
That would be the most amazing live stream ever.
Oh my god.
That's lower than I expected.
Dude, I mean, you said I lowball shit.
You do. Yeah, you do.
What was I gonna say? Fucking, I remember Reed, there was a charity stream that Reed was in where they read the B-movie script to raise money. Yeah. It was, I'm really proud of Reed. I admire him as a friend.
Reed is fantastic, and I will never stop saying so, even though Reed insists to me that he's trash. You too! Don't do that.
Yeah.
You're fucking amazing.
Oh no, I know how good I am. Listen, I know my worth.
Why did you switch into a rich daddy voice?
I look down on all of you peasants. You are nothing but ants beneath my boot. No,
Ow! My sides.
No, Reed really, I think, sorry, this is gonna sound like very, like, I don't know, maybe sappy,
It's
but,
good, go for it.
Reed brings out a lot of, like, the best in me and, like, trying to motivate me to work.
Oh.
And, I've been very grateful for that. I think we've known each other for like 2.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Reed, for helping me, like, reach where I am and being an inspiration to me. Appreciate you.
I love how Reed's only response so far is just no.
No, I agree.
But yeah,
I
no,
agree.
we're not against getting sappy on this channel. I do that on a regular basis with people.
Well, there's nothing I hate more than artists who turn their work into a competition against others.
Yeah.
There was somebody who, I'm not going to name names, but somebody in the Has-Been fandom has rubbed me really the wrong way because they were extremely rude to me coming into a voice chat whenever they were just a fan of me.
Ooh.
And were like, well, I can do this better than you. And I'm like, okay, well then do it. And they kept asking me for advice. And I'm like, well, you know, you could just set your own channel up with your own people, and like that's how you do your thing.
Yeah.
You know, be vigilant. And I'm like, you know, and it's the fact of them trying to turn things into a competition. And
yeah,
I'm just like,
that's just not something that you say to someone. You just, if you want to do the thing, just do the thing. There's no point in like tearing anybody else down.
yeah. Yeah. So that's that's my hot take. Sorry.
No, you're good. Honestly, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, and I think it's people who don't know how to act professional.
Yeah.
It's just people who don't know any better, and like a lot of them are children. Like, you know, that's the long and short of it. A lot of people who try to get into this stuff are children, and
Yeah.
it comes with time and maturity.
I mean, we all grow over time.
I mean, I grew like 6 feet since I was like 1 year old.
How did I know you were gonna make an actual height joke?
Yeah.
Are you actually 6 feet tall?
I'm 6'1".
Oh my god! I'm sorry,
No,
I had a moment. Excuse me.
There's some there's some fucking giants at my school who make me feel like I'm very short. Because they're like I'll see like the average guy at my school be like 6'4", and I'll be like, and like they tower over me. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
No,
I get really insecure.
You don't know this about me, but I like tall, and so even if it's someone that I have literally no attraction to whatsoever, I'll just have to take a second and be like, and then I move on. But so I kind of had that for a second.
Yeah, a 7-foot frame, rats along his back. When he looks at you, he slaps you in the sack.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm not even fully laughing. I'm just wheezing.
You're just out of breath. Yeah. I watched Encanto the other night. It was pretty good.
It's a really good movie. It is.
It was pretty good.
Encanto's good, and Turning Red made me cry twice, and then I made a whole bunch of other people watch it, and they all started crying.
Encanto's the first Disney movie I've seen like forever. So, yeah. I'm a giant? Oh, don't say that, man.
Snoozy's tiny, that's why.
No, I'm actually rather insecure about my height.
Really?
Not that I hate it. Like I simultaneously both want to be tall and short. If that makes sense. I think that's a non-binary struggle of like
that's a mood.
Trying to measure like, do I want to be a giant or do I want to be like really tiny? No idea.
Very much a mood.
Yeah.
I tell people the wrong height for me. I think I usually tell people that I'm 5'6", but apparently I'm like 5'5.5". I don't know.
Really?
Corv and I were trying to measure ourselves at one point, and we were doing the thing where you like measure yourself against the door like a fucking child. And yeah, apparently according to that, we're both actually the same height. We're 5'5.5", and I'm just like, is that a good height? I don't know. Am I tall? Am I short? Am I mediocre at best? I don't know.
we stand a short king. I can reach tall things, but that's kind of a curse because like all of my friends in my group are short.
Oh no.
And so I'm always the one who they're like, hey, can you please reach this? I'm like, okay, cool.
See, I almost wish that I had that, but like, so my other roommate, Mango, is very, very short. She's like a few inches shorter than me, and they'll like start cooking, and I can just hear them because the kitchen is right up against my room, and I'll just hear like, and it's them just like closing a cabinet because they're so short that they have to like whack it closed.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just here like smacking up against my door.
I never noticed how actually tall I was until I dated somebody who was 4'11", and then I was like, oh my lord. I was like, this is scary. Like there's almost like there's over an entire foot of difference. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm tall.
Tall is good. Tall is good.
I tower over you. I could stomp you if I wanted to.
I'm gonna keep that comment in.
Okay.
And we're gonna move on.
Cool. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
I could be the
non-binary
Easter Bunny?
to shapeshift. You could be the Easter Bunny.
I could.
Dude, like Vanny? Like Vanny the Bunny in a bunny suit?
Oh
what, Vanny?
Just because I'm a bunny doesn't mean I want to be Vanny.
No, how many like Easter Bunny Vanny pictures do you think will come out during Easter?
Oh my god, all of them?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it isn't, it should, and we're starting it right now.
Yeah. Easter Moon Bunny.
You artists,
oh god.
make sure to draw Easter Bunny Vanny during Easter, or else you won't get any eggs under your tree this year.
You won't get your eggs in your socks.
Yeah, the famous Jesus tree.
Oh god, that reminds me of that horror movie. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. about holidays, and there's literally a Jesus Easter bunny. And it's the most disturbing
Before
thing
Christmas.
I've ever seen. He's like, his eyes are like missing. They've got like little, it's like shorts for each holiday, and so like for St. Patrick's Day there's literally a woman giving birth to a snake, but for Easter it's Jesus Easter Bunny, and he's got like weird like furless ears.
Oh, good
I'm gonna have to find it. I'll send it to you. It's on Netflix.
Cool. I'll be sure to watch it. I'll gather my family by the hearth, and we'll watch it every year.
Oh my god. It's such a weird movie.
What?
I like how G-Knight's like, I know that one.
Yeah, I'm sure someone here knows it. Wait, what?
I think G-Knight and I watched it together. Maybe. I know I watched it with Mango, but I think I showed it to G-Knight too. I don't know. I don't remember the name. It's... Anyway, hi. Sorry. What were we talking about before that?
I don't know.
Vanny. We were talking about Vanny, and somehow we went to Jesus.
Oh, yeah, because Easter Vanny.
Oh, yeah. Jesus tree. That's right. Okay.
It's called Holidays. It's from 26. Cool.
Thank you, Alexander.
I could not tell you because I've not seen it, but...
I just realized we've been streaming for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we got 5. It does not feel like it. It feels like just a few minutes ago. It was like 7 minutes.
I love how at first you were like, how long has it been? 7 minutes.
Oh god. Yeah. Oh, so we got 5 more minutes. If people want to like ask questions, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm unbothered.
We'll see if they do, because usually when I'm like, hey, we got a few minutes left, who wants to ask questions? It just gets really quiet.
Yeah, typically that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Anytime Reed and I stream, the last 5 minutes are always like super awkward, cause, especially during talking streams, because we don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Because you get in a time crunch, you're like, I don't...
Oh, that reminds me. I was actually asking Reed. I was like, "What are we streaming? Are we like doing a game or something?" And Reed was like, "Oh no, usually the first time we have somebody and we just talk." And I'm like, "Cool. What are we talking about?" But I guess we just did that with this one too, where it's just like we have no idea what we're doing. We're just going.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be something like, what do you want? Like, what do you do? Like, introduce yourself. Like, show us some of your stuff. Like, plug yourself, and then we'll just like shoot shit. Favorite Hell of a Boss character? Stolas. Favorite part of voice acting, doing voice work. Leaving. Okay, I guess this is my difference between doing theater and doing voice work. Is I get to see the long-lasting effects of my voice work, and I also get to go back and be like, I could do this better.
Oh.
Would I be willing to do more shit posts? Absolutely.
Yes.
Whenever I find time to do them, I do them. I'm also just not a creative person, so I don't know like what to come up with.
You legitimately killed us when you sent us the Fortnite. I was on call with Frazzy, and we saw it pop up, and we listened to it, and we just died.
I don't think anyone else here knows about the Fortnite thing. Favorite Has-Been Hotel character, Alistair. No, Vox. Vox is my favorite Has-Been Hotel character.
Good choice.
Vox, all the way. Mwah, love that man. I was raised on EDM and techno music. Like my mom raised me on that music, so I have an affinity for anyone whose like motif is like that kind of stuff.
Nice. I just love the object head thing that they did with him, honestly.
Yeah, TV heads are always great character design.
Yeah.
Iceberg has replaced. Oh yeah, that
Andrew
that guy.
Elphys. See, the entire crew just started making Elsa jokes the instant they released him, so that's all I can see now. So I'm just like, it's just Elsa as a bird. Yeah.
Fortnite Battle Pass. I just shit out my ass. I'm in Fortnite. What? Yeah. this entire stream has just been you like losing it in the background, and I'm all here. I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. Any chance to make you get flustered, I'm all for it.
Oh, this isn't just flustered. This is just laughing.
Yeah. Hey, Calen. How you doing, huh?
Fuck! No!
You wanna grab a slice of the? And death. You like Hurst the Cowardly Dog? Yes. No, thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it, Pop.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Oh no, it's people. I'm reading comments.
Okay.
Oh no, I did. Yeah, I did Chug Jug with you, and I sent it.
Yeah.
In a private message.
Yeah.
It exists.
It does exist.
Cloud Sing Chug Jug with you absolutely exists, but only like the first up until the first chorus.
It's amazing. Don't call me out next. Don't call me out. You shut up.
God.
Well, that's time. No, don't.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. We're not doing the Ashley thing, Paige. Don't do it.
Oh, are we not?
No.
Oh, Calen.
No.
Frothy, I'm talking to you too. You little cutie. There you go. I've done my job. I like to make my bosses happy.
Oh god, I minimized the window.
Cool.
It's like collapsed on my desk and I just started shaking with
Oh, God. Well, I think I think that's time.
It's time.
I think that's stream.
It's time. I'm not even bothering with the outro. Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, I already ended it. You're